Hey guys, this is Licious Kid from ClimaxCombo, and we are back with another Leaks of the Week. I do apologize for the missed leak or missed weeks. I think we've missed 3 weeks now. Yeah, I think since beginning of December we have not been doing them, but beginning of December we're busy with finals, and then I got sick, and then we holiday shopping, families over, and all that stuff. So uh, I do apologize for the missed weeks, but from here on we do plan on continuing them. And this video is gonna be from the 22nd of December to the 26th. And in this week, I believe we have Girlfriend Beta booster and Ilya Extra booster. Girlfriend Beta did release on the 25th or 26th, I believe. So the full list is out, but I will still be doing the review for them nonetheless. And I believe Ilya Extra Booster is coming out on the 16th or the 9th. Well, I believe 16th. Probably 16th is when Ilya Extra Booster is coming out. But yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say. So with that, I will get right to it. First off, before we go into the Girlfriend Beta leaks, if you guys are not familiar with Girlfriend Beta, if you aren't keeping up with them or whatnot, Girlfriend Beta is revolved around the theme where essentially Bushiro wants you to build your Girlfriend Beta deck's mono color. A lot of the cards only synergize with their respective colors, so like yellow characters only boost yellow characters, red characters boost red characters, etc. etc. You guys will see from this video that a lot of these cards only synergize with their respective color. Thus, the idea is to build a monocolor deck, which is not bad. I think if you guys haven't seen the list, you guys really should, because Girlfriend Beta really does seem like a powerful set, and you should definitely keep your eyes out for Girlfriend Beta, because I can see it topping. Yeah, I definitely think it'll top. But anyways, with that out of the way, 0025 Tamai Remy. Sorry, I don't know anything about Girlfriend Beta, so I have zero idea who these characters are. But what this card does is, well, it combos with this 2k1 here. You will see that all three of these cards synergize with this 2k1. But what this card does, when this card declares an attack with the 2k1, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a level 1 or greater, add it to your hand. Next up is this 1-0 double R. Wow, she's double R, that really sucks. But anyways, what she does, when she's playing from hand to stage, you can pay 1, discard a Climax. If you do, choose a Climax from your waiting room, add it to your hand. Lastly, once again, it also combos with the 2k1. When it attacks with the 2k1, you can pay 1. If you do, choose one character from your waiting room and return it to your hand. Lastly is the 0-0, Girl and Sports. During your opponent's turn, when your opponent has 3 or fewer characters, she gets +1 level and +15, so yeah. And she, once again, combos with the 2k1. When she attacks with the 2k1, you can pay 1. If you do, give one of your other characters +2/5 until the end of the turn. And once again, Yell, the 2k1 itself, is Climax Common, which that's cool, I guess. But anyway, so these cards, they all combo the 2k1, which is cool. But like I said, the theme of Girlfriend Beta is that they revolve around this monocolor synergy. So I honestly don't really see these other colors, like the yellow one and the blue one, running the 2k1 combo, because like I said, monocolor is the theme. And honestly, if any of these Girlfriend Beta decks would splash a Climax, it would probably be Gate. I don't see a yellow deck running red for the sole purpose of the red 2k1. You know what I mean? Because, if you're going to splash in a color, and if it's red, you're going to be splashing it for the gates. You might run a couple level 0 reds, like maybe 4 max, or maybe a couple level 3 reds, because a couple of the level 3s for red don't need to have a full field of a certain color, of their respective color, to gain up their powerful effects. So honestly, I don't really see this card being used. This card doesn't do anything without the Climax combo, and it's not worth splashing red in my opinion for this Climax combo, so don't see this card being ran at all. This one is somewhat viable because it is red, and like I said, monocolor is the theme. The first effect is meh. I mean, kind of sucks how you have to pay 1 and discard a Climax to pretty much 1-for-1 and then get another Climax from your hand. that's whatever. The Climax combo is not bad, definitely, because on attack you could pay 1, and if you do, you get to salvage a character, which is pretty much a +1. So yeah, it's a +1. So honestly, this card is not bad. It's definitely playable. Just depends on what the rest of the level 1 lineup is for Girlfriend Beta, for red. A not bad Climax filter, I guess. I'm not too familiar with how powerful the Climax combos are for Girlfriend Beta. I know the level 3, one of the girls for level 3 burns, depending on how much Climaxes you have in your waiting room. I believe that it combos with the gate. So maybe this card would not be too bad if you can keep grabbing the gate and keep doing the Climax combo. And definitely the 2k1 combo is not bad itself, because 2k1 is pretty good because it breaks even. And the combo pluses when you pay 1 and it's on attack, so you can't filter out climaxes, etc, etc. So this card I can definitely be seeing, can see being ran, because it's not bad at all. Lastly, this blue girl, like I said, I don't really see these, I don't see blue splashing in red just for this 2k1 combo, so don't really see this card running the Climax combo. However, its first effect is not bad because it has a chance of being level 1 and 3/5 power. A lot of times your opponent will have less than 3 cards in the at level 0. So at level 0, this card will usually be 0. It will be level 1 and 3/5 power, which can pose a problem to your opponent. So this card I can see being ran just because its first effect is viable. Sure, it doesn't do anything else, but if blue doesn't have any better level 0 3/5s, then this card is definitely a contender because it can be level 1, it'll be 3/5, so not bad at all. And it's a common, so this card I can see being ran just because of first effect. Lastly, 2k1. And next up is this Miyu, 103k double R Master and Magic. What she does is when your other characters with Ilya in its name is front attacked, you may pay cost, which is send her to waiting room. If you do, choose one of your battling characters, gets +15 until the end of the turn. And lastly, it has a pay 1 bond for usual scene Ilya. Usual scene Ilya, or usual scene Ilya, my bad, is the level 3 that it has been released, I believe, on the 19th, which is the week ago. I have not done a review for that week, so I guess I will review this Ilya since it does correspond with this Miyu. And this Ilya is very interesting as well. So what this Miyu does, or first I guess I'll go over the Miyu. First of all, she's double R, which blows. Second of all, her first effect is, it's okay, I guess. I mean, I believe at the top of my head, from the first set, your level 1 lineup usually was Miyus. There's the 1-0 Miyu that combos with the book, and there's the other Miyu that I think gains plus power when you have a blue climax, if I'm not too mistaken. But I'm pretty sure the level 1 lineup for from the first extra booster was composed of mainly Miyus, and because of that, I don't really see this Miyu being good. And I don't remember seeing a really good level 1 Miyu or a level 1 Ilya in the new extra booster yet. And honestly, most of Ilya is the Ilya decks are usually built from level 1s and level 0s just to get their level 3 Climax combo off more consistently. And if a lot of your level 1s and level 0s aren't Ilyas, then honestly, this first effect doesn't really do anything. So the first effect, I don't think is very good. The second effect, however, is questionable, because it depends if you want to run the level 3 Ilya or not. So I guess I'll go over the level 3 Ilya. 3 to 10k double R Master and Magic. This card has a lot of there's a lot of debate about this card. If you know, I see a lot of mixed reviews about this. A lot of people think this card is good. A lot of people think this card is trash. But let's see. So when she's playing from hand to stage, you can look at the top 6 cards of your deck, place 3 of them into the waiting room, and return the remaining cards to the top of your deck in any order. Also has another effect. When this card is played from hand to stage, you can pay 1, discard a card. If you do, heal, and this card gains plus 1k until the end of the turn. Now, I guess I'll pull it up in case you guys are not familiar with Ilya and how the set works. I'm sure a lot of you guys do though, because it's an interesting set, but I guess not everyone runs it. But where are you? There you are, Ilya. If you are not familiar with how it works, Essentially, the entire focus of an Ilia deck is to get the Kaleidoscope Ilia Climax combo off. So essentially, what this does is that you play the Climax, and when you play the Climax and you have the level 3 Miyu on the field, place the top card of your deck to the waiting room. If it's level 1 or lower, you may pay costs. If so, all your characters gain the effect of on attack, burn 1. So because of this cost where you have to mill the top card of your deck and it has to be a level 1 or lower for your Climax combo to go off, is the main reason why most of the Ilia decks are mainly composed of level 1s and level 0s, because you don't want to play too much level 2s and you don't want to play too much level 3s, because if you do, you have a higher chance of missing the Climax combo. And honestly, if the Ilia player misses a Climax combo, it's kind of game over for them. Like, it just really sucks. But if they do get off their Climax combo, they have a pretty good shot at winning. And if they get 2 Ilias off, and both of their Climax combos go off, they pretty much won the game. But yeah, that is a little summary of how the main focus of an Ilia deck. So, what this Ilia offers is that it has a top check on play, essentially. When you play it, you rearrange your deck, place them all back, and then now you know what you're going to trigger, but most importantly, you know what the top card of your deck is. And of course, unless you're dumb or you want to lose, you're of course going to put a level 1 at the very top of it. First, you're going to play your Ilias, you're going to play your Miyu, you're going to do all your searching, you're going to search out all the pieces, and lastly, when everything is ready, you're going to play the level 3 Ilia from your hand, this new one. And when you play the level 3 Ilia, of course you look at the top 6, discard the other 3, and now you know that you have a guaranteed level 1 at the very top of your deck. And of course, if you have 2 Ilias in the front row, then you know you have 2 level 1s at the top of your deck, guaranteeing yourself to guaranteed Climax combo if everything goes well. However, and that is really good, and also you also know what your deck's trigger is with this Ilia. So definitely because of that, it is very good. However, do keep in mind that this is a level 3, and if you do not draw into this level 3, this card can really hurt you, because let's say you never draw into this Ilia, it's just in your deck, and then you just, play the level 3 Ilia, play the level 3 Miyu, get all your shenanigans. It's time to Climax combo. However, you play the Climax, you mill top, you hit this level 3 Ilia. This level 3 Ilia just literally lost you the game because you missed your Climax combo, and at that point it's really hard to come back. So this Ilia, because it's higher than level 2, it becomes debatable. I see a lot of players saying there's no point running this because it clogs up your deck, because it increases the chance of you missing the Climax combo. However, I see a lot of players saying that this card is great because it can guarantee the climax. You can guarantee the Climax combo if you do draw into this. So, a lot of debate about this. I personally think this is a good card. I see some players saying like, oh, I'm going to run 4 of this. I think running 4 of this is a complete mistake. You should only run, on my honest opinion, I'd say you should only run 1. Because it's not bad. Definitely the checks, the first effect is very good, and the main reason to play. But also, it can heal. The heal is extremely bad because you have to pay 1 and discard a card, which really sucks. However, there is if you don't run this Ilia, the only other healer Ilia has is this other level 3 to 10k. It heals, but honestly, this card is just a vanilla. However, I see some Ilia players run 1 of this level 3 Ilia because it's the only healer in the set. And let's say if you're at 3-6 and you hit level 3, honestly, it's really hard to come back because when Ilia hits level 3, they play the Miyus, they play level 3 Ilias, they search through the deck out so fast, and they could honestly just refresh themselves into death. However, so that's why I see some Ilia players run at least 1 of her. That way, if you're at 3-6, you just don't auto lose. So, I would say replace one of these Ilias and Miyus. Go with one of these new level 3 Ilias because it can heal. Yes, the healing is really bad, but hey, at least it's not a vanilla level 3 healer like this one. So I think it's really good. I think 1 is a great number for this card. Yeah, I would honestly run 1. I think it's awesome and it's a lot of fun. So, and it's really cute. So, in my personal opinion, I think running 1 is good. However, I'm personally not an Ilia player. I've played against it a couple times, so I have I have some knowledge of how the set works. I've proxied it myself, and I've played with it a couple times. It's a lot of fun, so I have a small idea of how the set works. But I would personally run one, cause yeah. Man, how long? I've been talking about this level 3 for 15 minutes. Man. Anyways, time to move on. So, personally, I would not run this bond because I would personally run one of these level 3 Ilias. So, honestly, there's no point running a bond if you're only running one target for it. And its first effect is meh, and it's level 1, and it's very weak, and it's fucking double R. Next up, 0025 uncommon. This one's Girl and Nurse. Oh, this card is good. When this card declares an attack, choose one of your other yellow characters. It gains power plus X until the end of the turn, where X is the soul of that character multiplied by 1k. I personally like this card. I think it's good. Like I said, the focus of Girlfriend Beta is to be monocolor, and I definitely think this adds is really good level 0 yellow. If you're running a yellow deck, I definitely think running 2 of these is good. 2 or 3 perhaps. I would run 2. I would say running 2 of these is good because it has okay power. It's 2/5, and its effect is pretty good because on attack it's at least a 1k boost, at the very least. If you have a 1k 1 soul on the field, then it becomes a 2k boost. If you have a plus 2 soul on the field, it becomes a 3k boost. But you could do stuff like attack, power up a character, and when that character attacks, if that character triggers a soul, it also gets another plus 1k P cut because it triggered a soul. So it can hit up to more power. It can hit unexpected amounts. So I definitely think this is a good card to run. I would run 2 just because it's at least a 1k power boost, and it can be more in the right situations. Or if you're just lucky, then it can definitely boost your power up even more, which I think is very good for a level 0. So definitely I like this card. And it's pretty cute. Anyways, let's go on. 10R5K Girl in Sports. Oh, this card's pretty good too. When this card declares an attack with a red climax, you can pay cost, which is discard a card. If you do, choose one character from your waiting room and add it to your hand. I think this card is very good. I imagine it would be staple for your red Girlfriend Beta decks. It has respectable power at a 105k. And she works with any red color climax. So if you run that 2k1 combo we saw earlier, you can just play the 2k1, and on attack you get a free hand filter, which I think is really good. Discard climaxes, salvage your level 3, salvage anything, honestly. Yeah, play a gate, salvage, what have you. I think this card is just really good, and definitely staple for red decks, in my opinion. So, good card. Next up is this 00500 uncommon Girl and Sweets. I think this card is pretty good too. It's a 500 front assist, first of all, and it has another effect. When your other blue characters are sent to the waiting room, and this card is in the backstage, you can pay cost, which is send this card to the waiting room. If you do, place that character back to its original border in rest. Not an uncommon card. There's a lot of cards like this. It's a 500 in front, which is nice. And it also has a pretty good secondary effect. It's a pseudo encore, meaning that when your cards get reversed, instead of that character dying, you can kill off this level 0 instead to save your characters. You save the character, but it's not considered encore, so it does get past anti-encore. So that's why I call it pseudo encore. I don't know the official term for it, but I think most people call it pseudo encore. So it has pseudo encore and it's 500 assist. Not bad at all, in the early stages of the game, you can use it as a 500 in front assist. In the late stages of the game, when you want to get your level, multipliers out, your 1k globals, what have you, when you want to start pulling out your better assists, if one of your characters die, you can just save it by killing off this level 0, and then next turn you are ready to play your stronger assist. So definitely a good card in my opinion. I like it a lot. Next up is this 00 Ilia. It's 3/5. She's Master and Magic. When she's played from hand to stage, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is not a magic character, place it to your clock. I think this card is very good. Not just because it's a 0035, but it has a top check effect on play, which is really, really good for Ilia players. Because like I said, when you're ready with your entire combo, and when you do play the combo, you mill the top card. If it's not level 1 or lower, you lose the game. However, Ilya didn't really have a top checker in the first boost extra booster. They didn't really have one. They got a PR that was a top checker. However, that was a level 2. And that really sucked, because running that level 2, like I said, same thing with the level 3's case, it increased your chance of missing the climax combo, so a lot of players opted not to run that level 2 PR. However, this one is a top checker, a little dangerous, yes, because you have a chance of clocking yourself. However, it does not count, it increases, or it's a level 0, so you can't miss the climax combo by running this card. So I definitely think it's really good because A, it's a 3500, and B, it's a top check. So late into the game, you can get a free top check with the level 3 Ilya, which is very, very good for the set. So definitely a good card in my opinion. And lastly, we have the 00 Kuro. She's 2k R, magic, and weapon. When your other magic character or characters with Mimi in their names declare attack, this card gets plus 1k until the end of the turn. It has another effect of when this card reverses its opponent in battle, you can pay cost, which is pay 1, clock yourself. If you do, choose a magic character or a character with Shiro in its name from your waiting room and return it to your hand. Pretty much your entire deck is magic, so essentially every time a character attacks, give this card plus 1k. So at most it can be a 004k, which is it's alright, it's whatever. I'm not too familiar with this Mimi character is. I watched the first season, however, I haven't had a chance to watch the second season, so I don't know who this Mimi character is. Maybe I'm just forgetting who it is, but I don't know who this Mimi is. So essentially, when a character attacks, gives this card plus 1k. Its second effect is okay. You can kill level 0 Suiciders with it because she still hits at a 2k power, which is over or ties with most level 0 Suiciders. And it can hit 4k, so I guess later into the game, if your opponent has a lone level 0 out in the front row, you can play Kuro and then kill something. You can pay 1, clock yourself to salvage a music character, or salvage a magic character. Not bad card in my opinion. Yeah, I guess not a bad card. If anything, I would only run 1 or 2 of these. Going any more than that, I think would hurt your deck more. But not a bad card. I think this card will probably be personal choice, more like a tech card if the player wants to run this card. I don't think this card is necessary, however I don't think it's bad and it's good enough where it is playable, so not a bad card. I'll just leave it at that. Next up is the Christmas. So I guess Merry Christmas. Okay, so I guess we got Christmas themed card today. So first off is this 2/7k common Sugumi girl. She even kind of looks like Sugumi from Nisekoi. Anyways, when this card declares an attack, this card gains power plus X until the end of the turn, where X is the level of the character directly opposite of this card times 1000. And it has hand encore. This is very similar to the P4 protagonist in the Persona. I believe there's a card just like this in every single way, and honestly, not a big fan of that card, because first of all, this card is 2/2. It's super weak on defending. Even level 1s can kill this card on defending. When this card attacks a level 1, it would only gain plus 1k, hitting at 8k, which would be on backup range of most level 1s. If you fight a level 2, it only hits 9k, which is not that amazing. And if it fights level 3, it hits 10k, which is nice. It can force backups, but honestly, the fact that it costs 2, the fact that it's very weak on defending, and it's questionable on what this card has to attack, I don't see this card being ran. Girlfriend Beta, every single color has an option of running an advanced summon. They have each color, red, green, and blue, have level 3s that can come out at level 2, and all of them are pretty good. So I definitely think those cards, that card is going to be much better than this. Don't really see any point in running this card. Just run the level 3 yellow for Girlfriend Beta that can come out early, because that card's really good anyways, so this card I think has no purpose. Next up is this card 2/10k common girl and cosplay. When she's played from, of course, because she's 2/10k, very oversized, so she must have and she has 2 soul, so she must have a demerit of some form. So when she's played from hand to stage, you must discard a card. If you do not, place this card to waiting room. Cards like these are usually not good for very good reasons, because it's cost 2, it's only 10k vanilla, and you have to minus yourself on play. And if this card dies, then it sets you back so far behind, like ridiculously far behind, and it's so bad that it's not even worth running because if it dies, you kind of just you like lost yourself the game. So don't run this card. It's really hot though, but don't. Next one, 2125, 3K backup. Next up is his Ilya. It's Master and Magic, as per usual. 7/5 common. When she's played from hand to stage, you may pay cost, which is pay 1, clock yourself 1 damage, discard a card. If you do, choose one of your opponent's level 3 or lower in the backstage and place it to the bottom of its owner's deck. This card is very interesting. Because I would say the sole purpose of this card is to kill this asshole. I think is this one. Yep, this asshole. If you're not familiar, this Shidoe is pretty much anti-burn. When he's out in the field, the Log Horizon player cannot receive damage from auto abilities. As I've explained, the level 3 Ilya ClimaxCombo is an auto ability, and so when an Ilya player is faced against Log Horizon, they kind of lose because the deck is very lackluster until level 3. At level 3 that is where the deck truly shines with the level 3 ClimaxCombo. However, if they're facing against Log Horizon and they have this Shidoe, it's very hard, or I would say almost near impossible for them to beat, because at that point the Ilya player is playing a very weak deck. They don't have bounce, so they can't really deal with Shidoe, and honestly it was kind of messed up. So I guess Bushiroad, in response to that, gave them this Ilya. This Ilya is not very good, honestly, because it's level 2, and like I've said a lot of times, the level 3 is just so important to the deck that you can't really risk adding level 2s to the deck. Every level 2 you add is very questionable, and this one is without an exception. It's level 2, it's undersized in power, and the cost is quite heavy. You have to pay 1, clock yourself, and discard a card. But if you do, you get to bot deck a level 3 opponent, and honestly, like, that's great if you're playing against Log Horizon, but if you're not playing against Log Horizon, this card doesn't really do much of anything for you. It just clogs up your deck with unnecessary cards. And honestly, there's no real like assist in the game I can think of at the top of my head that is as devastating as Shidoe. So I don't think you should be running it because it's only good against Log Horizon. If you're not playing against Log Horizon, this card doesn't do crap for you. But yeah, because Ilya doesn't really care what they're playing against. They just kind of survive, hit level 3, and try to win. So kind of sucks it's a level 2. If it was a level 1, I think it would be amazing. But it's not, so I guess the Ilya players will have to just rely on the back row attacker to kill Shidoe. But it's slow, but a lot of debate. They can still run the back row attacker to kill the level 3 Shidoe, but I don't know. Probably just stick with that, don't run this. Lastly is this Miyu. This Miyu is really good though. 217k R, you should definitely be running this. When it's played from hand to stage, 5 or less cards in the deck. Shuffle, then choose a character, it gets plus 3k until the end of the turn. Pretty much free refresh, everyone knows and loves it. And lastly, pay 2, rest 2, draw a card. This card is good just because of the free refresh. If your set has free refresh, you should probably play it 100%. Yes, this card is level 2, and I've been saying all day that every level 2 is questionable. However, free refresh is so good, I think you should be running one of this regardless. Its second effect is meh. In my experience, I think Ilya, they can maintain a large hand size very easily. So I don't really see this pay 2 rest 2 to draw a card happening very often, because I think they can manage a very nice hand size easily enough. So don't really see the second effect happening too often, but it's there for you in case you need to pay out climaxes or you just really need to draw a card. Maybe you want to draw into the last pants out of desperation. Who knows, but definitely good in the fact that it's free refresh. And lastly, only one card, I believe. Yep, last card is 1/2k double R Kuro magic and weapon. What she does is she's an assist in front, where characters in front gain power plus X, where X is the number of magic characters in your level area multiplied by 500. And it has another effect of when this card is played from hand to stage, you may pay cost, which is discard one weapon character. If you do, choose one of your opponent's cost 0 or lower center stage character and put it on top of its owner's deck. This card is pretty much like a level assist, you can say, because it's a 500 in front, or it's power plus X, where X is the number of magic characters in your level area by 500. So at level 1, it's a 500 assist. At level 2, it's a 1k in front assist. And at level 3, it becomes 1500 assist. So it's essentially like a level assist in a sense at level 3. Which is nice because, most level assists are level 2. And I believe Ilya had a 1k global. Yeah, I believe they had a 1k global in the changer. I'm not going to find it, but they had an assist before, but it was a level 2. However, it did change, but, it was still level 2. So at most, I would say you'll run one of those, but I guess Bushiroad decided to give them an assist that works with the set, because it's not level 2, and it's like a pseudo level assist, because it scales as you go higher, but honestly, not worth it in my opinion, because, you have to pay one. It's still under Wingslayer's power, which is not too relevant nowadays because not a lot of people play the Wingslayer, but just something to keep in mind. It's very low power. The assist is unnecessary, honestly. Like, who cares? And lastly, its last effect is not that great. You have to discard a weapon character, and as you have seen, the Ilya and Miyus are magic and master, while only the Miyus, I believe, are magic and weapon. So essentially, you have to discard a Miyu character to gain the effect. You get to choose a cost 0 and put it on top. I guess that's nice. You can kill off characters with Encore. You can kill, or you just put something to the top to guarantee yourself more damage. I guess maybe at level 3, with the level 3 ClimaxCombo, you could try to burn level 3, or burn, guarantee the top card's character. Who knows? But honestly, I wouldn't run this card. I think this card is not that great. It's weak. A second effect's not that good. It costs 1, and honestly, who cares about the assist? So, in general, pretty bad double R in my opinion. And that is actually all the cards this week. Only 4 days, because they skipped the 23rd. Not too sure why, but they did. They didn't skip Christmas, but they just skipped the 23rd. Oh well. And yeah, that's all I have for this video. Not too many interesting cards. Most of the interesting girlfriend beta cards have already passed, but you can look online and find the translations. It's a very powerful set in my opinion, and definitely keep your eyes open for that. If you want to buy a new deck, I would highly recommend girlfriend beta, and it seems like a strong contender, and you'll probably face it a lot in the near future. So yeah, in general, I think this card is good. I don't really like these other cards. All of them are pretty bad in my opinion in that day, except the red. I think this card's good. I like this card. I like this card. I like this card. This card's okay. No. Why not? It's 2/1, 3k. Ilya, just run the back row attacker. It's a lot slower because this one's on play, but what can you do? Miyu, good. Kuro, no. So that is all for this video, guys. Tell me what you guys think about the level 3 Ilya. If you are Ilya players, or even if you're not, let me know what you guys think. Would you run it? Would you not run it? And yeah, very curious on what you guys think about this Ilya card. And like always, just tell me what you guys think about all the cards. And until next time, guys.